Hello, everybody. Welcome along. It is watch along time. Feels like it's a bit of a while since we've done one of these, and it is Derby versus Portsmouth tonight. A bottom 8 clash in the Championship. It's the Friday night football. Sorry, let me just. I haven't sorted me shut out properly there. Zoom myself in, pan myself across, and hopefully all is going to look better. Professionalism is welcome, everybody. There we go. Does that look a little bit better? Let me just zoom a couple more times. There we go. Are we all good? I think we are all good. So yeah, big welcome to everybody here live. We're going to be here for the next couple of hours watching Derby versus Pompey to end a 3-game week and start another weekend of football in the EFL. Right, let's hope people are better set than me and say some hellos in the comments here. Gunbox, welcome. Ashley, Yoza, Ewan, welcome. Scott, Ashley, Liam, Jeff, welcome everyone. Jeff says spike those likes. Let's do that straight away. Let's try and get this stream moving with some likes in the comments. Oh my God. I'm struggling tonight, aren't I? Video clips. There we go. You have got 11 seconds to hit the like button. Go. Muchly appreciated. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight and for the support. We'll try and get those likes up during the show. I think we normally get about 50 or more maybe before kickoff. So let's see if we can head up in that direction. I think it's coming up at 12 at the moment. So we've got a little bit of a way to go, but we will get there. Don't you worry. I appreciate the people who've already hit like. If you're watching on Twitter as well, hit the thumbs up over there indeed. Right. Let's get into, should we get into fixtures first for the Championship? And this is round 21 we have indeed coming up. And we kick off obviously tonight with Derby versus Pompey. It is Bristol City versus QPR, Coventry, Hull, and Preston Leeds in the 3 earlies at 12:30 tomorrow. You will not see me tomorrow. Sometimes I do the 12:30 game, rarely, but I have work tomorrow. Joy, travel in December, but we need money in December, and I have to go to work. In the 3 p.m. is Blackburn versus Luton, Middlesbrough versus Millwall, Oxford versus Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United versus Plymouth, Stoke versus Cardiff, Swansea versus Sunderland. And then on Sunday, we've actually got 2 games this round. It's Watford versus West Brom and Norwich versus Burnley. Let me know if you're heading off to any of those games, where you're going, what you are expecting to see, and what you're hoping to see. And we always know that you're hoping to see your team win. But hey, spoiler alert for you, a minimum of 12 Championship teams are not going to win this weekend, and there will be more, assuming we get some draws as well. Let's go into some comments. Dave, welcome to you. Colby Bishop on the golden ticket. We'll get to that in a minute. Christopher. Cameron, welcome to you, fella. Will there be goals? We hope so. We love goals. I'm hoping for a clean sheet. For whom? Oh, Borough. I see. There's a clue in the badge there. We're talking about all kinds of different games going on here, aren't we? Lee, welcome to you. And Paul, you can see next to Lee and Paul's names, they've got the brilliant membership badge. Go and grab one of them. Hit join down there, and you can support the channel. Look at that. 1 win in 11 for Derby being flashed up on the screen by Sky, where we're watching tonight. Wayne, welcome to you, fella. Good to see you. Ellis hoping for a Wrexham win tomorrow. Ninja hoping for, well, Blades very good at home versus Plymouth, not very good away. So I think we all think we have a fair idea how that's going to go. But this is the Championship, isn't it? You never know. Right. shall we get into the lineups here and have a little look at Derby versus Pompey? Let me know your thoughts on who has been selected and who the potential match winners could be. Okay, then, here we go. Derby having a lot of Friday night games. They're on Friday night again next week. Feels like we've done them a couple of times recently as well, although that might have been a Wednesday night. Did we do them against Tuesday or Wednesday? I think we did them against Swansea, didn't we? Here are your teams then for tonight. In goal for Derby, Zetterstrom, who I think has had a pretty decent first half of a season since arriving in English football. The Swedish, is he Swedish, Zetterstrom? I think he is. I'm just double checking that now. Yeah, the Swedish Jakob Vidal Zetterstrom goalkeeper. Kane Wilson and Craig Forsyth are the fullbacks. Craig Forsyth has been around forever. How many games has he played for Derby? At centre-back, the highly rated Aaron Cashin and the set play Harry Maguire type figure for Derby, where a lot of the set plays end on Curtis Nelson's head. Cashin's really interesting because he's a really good centre-back. He's not that tall either, which I always think looks really... Was it Cannavaro? Someone Google that for me. Cannavaro was like 5'9" or 5'10" or something, but just an imperious centre-back and a Ballon d'Or winner from centre-back in 2006. Check my year there. World Cup year, probably. In midfield, Ibu Adams, Ben Osborne, and Goodmine, the Dutchman. What's his first name? Kenzo Goodmine. Make up the midfield three with Marcus Harness, Nathaniel Mendez-Lang, and Jerry Yates, who has been pretty decent, hasn't he, for Derby? He scored a bicycle kick, didn't he? Overhead kick. He's up to 4 goals. He'll be looking for another one tonight, and he'll be looking for double figures, you would hope. Any team sort of towards the bottom. Where are Derby? They're like 8th bottom, aren't they? 4 points off the relegation zone. If you can have a player in double figures, then that increases your chances significantly. Simple equation, isn't it? What else have we got in the chat? Let's say some other hellos. What have we got here? Alistair, welcome to you. Hancock Analysis, good follow that actually. I'm a fan there. Welcome to you. Very good for Pompey actually. Keep up the good work, fella. Great to have you here. Jonesy, welcome to you. We said hello to everyone. Ashley, have I said hello to you, mate? Derby, a bit like us, Ipswich, competitive but lose by 1 goal. That's not a good formula for success, isn't it? Being competitive, but ultimately losing. But hey, you'd rather be competitive and lose than just lose, wouldn't you? In the sort of nicest man in jail competition there. Here is your Pompey team with Nicholas Schmidt in goal. Terry Devlin is one of the fullbacks and Connor Ogilvie is the other. Marlon Pack, as brought up by Sam Parkin on the Championship Check-In podcast, is still doing a turn at centre-back. Sam thought that would be a short-lived experiment, but he's still there alongside Tom McIntyre. Sam kind of arguing that Pack's just nous experience and game intelligence just needed to be on the pitch. However, in central midfield, you will find Andre Dezelle and Freddie Potts. Very decent youngster is Potts. He is on loan from West Ham. Potts, a name synonymous with West Ham. Good bit of quality here. Look at that front four for Pompey. Pompey have got 8 points in 4 games and moved out of the bottom 3 on goal difference. And you can see if they can keep these 4 on the pitch for the majority of the rest of the season. Look at that. Richie, with all his experience. Murphy's got a bit of quality and he's playing quite well. Lang has probably been their best attacking player. And Colby Bishop has definitely been their best attacking player over the last couple of seasons, certainly in terms of goal output. I like that front four. I don't know. Keep those guys on the pitch. And I know a lot of us had kind of Pompey doomed after the really, really bad start, but they are not in the bottom three as things stand. We'll look at the table properly, and there's a couple of teams that are trending in a very different direction to Pompey. And, sometimes it's not about you being brilliant to survive. It's about you just being not one of the three worst teams. And if the three worst teams are really bad, then that's very helpful for everybody who wants to survive, as long as not everybody is dragged down to that particular level. What do we got in here? Links. Harsh on Liam Thompson, who's been brilliant in midfield. He's not in today. Fair point. Mike, welcome to you. I believe the Derby manager will be sacked if they lose it. I'm very interesting. Paul Warren. Mark, welcome to you from. We'll do where you're watching from in a bit, Mark. So, Northeast Pennsylvania. And Dempsey do. Welcome to you, Dempsey Doe. Welcome to you down there in the chat as well. We look at the bench, and then I want to have a look at the league table, and you can give me your guys' takes on how things are shaking up. As John Massinio is talking on my TV screen at the moment, what a good, calm, intelligent young manager that guy is. I like the cut of his jib, if you know what I mean. Someone look up the ref for Ewan for me while I'm doing the benches here. Vickers, Elder, Phillips. There's the aforementioned Thompson there on the bench. Blackett, Taylor, Brown, Collins, Jackson, Barkhazen. And for Pompey, Archer, Poole, Towler, Swanson. So there are some centre-backs around, but Pack's still doing a stint there. Camera, Moxon, Sadie, Sorensen, and Lane. Let's have a look at the table here. And we can have a look at it from all kinds of points of view. Let's just have a look at the relegation picture, purely on the basis of this game. So you can see Pompey have worked their way out of the bottom three. It's only on goal difference, but they'll do well to end up back in there tonight. They need to lose by 4. Is that right? No, 5, if you look at the goals scored as well. That'd have to be, a hefty defeat for Pompey to drop them back into the bottom 3 tonight. They'll be hoping for more points on the board, won't they? 8 in 4. Look at that good form down there. You see Pompey and QPR, who we spoke on the Championship check-in podcast about, 2 teams down at the bottom trending up. Derby are trending down. We know it, don't we? 1 win in 11. And it's tightening up there. You would think Coventry and Luton, do they ultimately end up trending upwards? Stoke always do, don't they? QPR and Pompey are trending up as well. Oxford, Cardiff, and Plymouth are trending down. And obviously Hull will hope that they've had their big trough, their rock bottom, new manager. You'd think they're going to trend up as well and be outside of the bottom 3. So it's dangerous down there for a lot of teams. If you agree with me, and feel free to disagree or certainly give me your view, but if you agree that Hull aren't ultimately going to be in the bottom 3, then it's just very, very open down there. I wonder, look at that 3-point gap between Oxford and QPR there. I just wonder whether have Derby got enough of a cushion to keep themselves out, and they're not going to want it to become a bottom 4 there. If I'm right that Hull move out of the way, Oxford, Pompey, Cardiff, Plymouth, it could be 3 from 4. Could Derby get dragged in? Could Hull stay in there? I don't know. Give me your views in the chat. Let me see if there are any in the chat at the moment. What do we got here? Simon, Pompey all the way. Nigel, Blades fan here. Personally think it will be a Pompey win tonight. Paul, I just pray we stayed up. Steve, just started watching Championship in the last few weeks. Who are you supposed to be? You root for whoever the hell you like, Steve. And you've got as much chance as anybody else, I think. Links, if we lose, I can see it getting toxic. That is not good. Ian, another Blade in here. Fancies Derby to start hitting a bit of home form and stay away from trouble. Yeah, fair comment, fair prediction. Forest till I die. I won't read that out, but you can guess what they put. Dempsey Doe made 2 high-scoring predictions in France, and Germany stayed on the fence in this one. Very, very nice indeed. I know it's no concern of Derby and Pompey tonight, but it's a concern of us, and I want to hear your views on the top of the table. We made the title of the Championship Check-In podcast all about Leeds and Sheffield United up there in that top 2. Can they keep that gap? Can they grow that gap? I think it's interesting that there's a 3-point gap gone in. Look, I could be sat here and the gap could be gone at the end of the weekend, but I don't know. I've had it in my head that that's a possibility, that we end up with Leeds and Sheffield United drifting away from the others a little bit. Sam Parkin wasn't having it. He said, don't write Burnley out of this yet, although Sunderland, what are Sunderland, like 1 win in 8 or something like that? They are not keeping pace currently. It's just been their amazing start, Sunderland, keeping them in there. But hopefully for their fans, they can get going again. Look at Blackburn. Wow. Although I did put a poll out the other day, yesterday, in fact, saying, who do you think of the teams in the playoff positions at the moment would be most likely to drop out? And a lot of people are giving me the vibe that they think, okay, well, Blackburn are in there at the moment, and it might be a bit of a peak, and they'll ultimately drop out. But you can't say fairer than Blackburn. What are they? Is it 6 wins on the trot? Five on the trot, I think, and 4 by 1-0, and 4 of the 5 away from home. They're in incredible form. Blackburn just on the outskirts of the playoffs there. Shout out to West Brom, who are about 100 years unbeaten, but draw every other week. Look at that, 11 draws. My God, in 20 games. Borough, Watford, Swansea, Norwich, Bristol City, Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall is the rest of the picture there. And if you look, Watford, Borough, they're the ones that could be in the playoffs at the end of this round. Another little bit of a gap there. Why is Robbie Williams being played by a monkey in this biopic of his? I'm quite interested in the Robbie Williams and take that story, but not entirely sure why it's a monkey, but there you go. Maybe I'll still try and watch that over Christmas if there's a way, shape, or form. Let's look at some more comments and then we will play some games. There we go, Steve. Well done, matey. Thank you so, so much. I will drink to you, fella. I will christen this water. There we go. Thank you so, so much. $5 on the super chat from Steve. Really, really, really kind from you, Steve. I want to bang a 3-2 Derby. So do I, mate. Sometimes we get 0-F in 0, though. That is the deal, I'm afraid. But thank you so, so much, Steve, for the super chat. Let me just tell you, by way of a quick, easy for me to say, quick plug, that you can support the channel in the following ways during this stream. You can interact. That'll cost you nothing. Just hit like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We need that to happen for these streams to really get some momentum on YouTube. We thank you all for doing that. You can donate there like Steve just has via Super Chat or Super Sticker. And I'm really, really grateful for all of the Super Chats. We did okay last month on the ad revenue. It's difficult, I promise you. If you don't have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, it is tricky to make money, but we do our best and you lot support in the most fantastic way. And finally, you can join up. I can see a lot of members. Stick your hand up if you're a member, by the way. Give me a wave emoji in the chat and I'll give you all a shout out. You can be a member here on YouTube or on Patreon. Honestly, do it on YouTube rather than Patreon. We tend to have just the one more perk on YouTube where you can watch the videos that are pre-recorded. You can watch them. I can set them to go to members first. I can't do that on Patreon. I can only do that on YouTube. So I would recommend YouTube rather than Patreon for your membership. But thank you, everybody, for indeed joining up. Let's have a look at some comments. So big thanks to, who was it? Steve there for the super chat. Well, let's read some more some comments here. Happy Chappy as a Blade. I've been impressed with Derby and Portsmouth. Give the edge to Derby tonight with home advantage. Welcome to Ben. Liam can see another relegation with many teams involved, though I don't think... No, I agree with you. I agree it won't be 50 plus again. I don't think the standards where it was, but all it takes is a madcap run, and poor old Birmingham were left holding the baby last year with loads of points, don't they? Another Blade, listening in the background, I play Champ Manager 0102. Who's in your team, Jamie, on Champ Manager 0102? Mike Duff, I hope. Tremendous. Michael, looking forward to the East Anglian derby next season in the Championship. Well, Norwich might get promoted, Michael. You never know. Evening, guys. Sunderland fan here. Gary, welcome. Hold your score predictions for just a second there. John, Forest fan, which is Pompey all the best, of course. Everyone has got a vested interest. I really fancied Burnley, but yeah, they do. Typical Scott Parker, actually, for Burnley, isn't it? Play up Pompey, says Dexcom. Ellis, 0.3 average goals. Looking for 1-1 cash out today. There you go. He's done his research there, Ellis. Welcome to Nick. Speaking of members, there's one. And plenty of members waving to me in the chat. Thank you, everybody. Katie, you're watching and telling us what to go. Absolutely. That is my deal here. And you can give us your opinion, Katie, as the game goes on. Plenty of Pompey fans in here. Pleased to see as well. Dave, yeah, just part of the furniture. East Anglian derby, Norwich v Colchester in League One. I remember that game happening in League One, didn't I? I think Norwich won like 5-0 or 5-1 or something like that. Right. Let's play Leo Fortune West. Round of applause for that shout out, Jamie. Right, let's play Golden Ticket then. Guys, I need someone to win some Beer 52 tonight. I will send you a crate of Beer 52. 8, not 16 like there is over there, if you can correctly forecast the first goal scorer and the correct minute. I might go rogue on this one. I might go for like a Pompey centre-back or something. Or maybe a Pompey... Do you know what? I'm going to go for Andre Dezelle, just out of nowhere, because the chances are so slim. He might score from outside the box. So my guess for Golden Ticket, I need first goal scorer minute. I will go... Don't laugh at me. I'm going to go Andre Dezelle. I'll go second half as well. That'd be funny. Andre Dezelle, minute 49. Can someone make a note of my prediction there? Dezelle, 49. If you get this right, guys, I'm going to take the code, which I can see, but you can't, on the back of this Golden Ticket, and I'm going to send you some Beer 52. We have had a couple of winners. Lee and Matty both have won. It's really hard to win the Golden Ticket, by the way. So get your guesses in now. The Beer 52 could be yours. Remember, you can support the normal Beer 52 promotion over at www.beer52.com/bloom, where if you cover the postage, £5.95 will cost you for the postage. Beer 52 will send you a free crate of Beer 52. That will cost you £5.95 for the postage. What I'm offering you on the Golden Ticket costs you absolutely nothing, because I will get it for you, because I've got the code. I got the key. I got secret. Right. Have we had plenty of guesses in the chat for the Golden Ticket? There we go. Right. Could somebody please shut down the Golden Ticket promo? And we will get into this. Someone shut it down in the comments for me. There we go. Lee. Oh, Ashley, you missed by like 1 second. I feel I should let Ashley in because he bought my daughter a soft toy, didn't he, from the zoo? And I feel like he shouldn't get to miss out after such a kind gesture. Right, let's get some guesses in here. Right, what do we got here? Hoodmine, 18. Mendes Lang, 28. Make a note of these guys and remind me if they come in. Lang, 12. Bishop, 36. Osborne, 56. I love a second half shout, Nigel. Murphy, 25. Yates, 31. Yates, 38. Bishop, 17. I can imagine there being a few on Bishop and a few on Yates here, guys. Murphy, 26. Lang, 22. Bishop, 8. Murphy, 52. Get those second half guesses in as well. Bishop, 3. Like an early guess as well. Yates, 25. Dezelle, 49. Why does my guess look more ridiculous than all of yours? Osborne, 32. Ogilvie, 3. That's tremendous. A fullback in minute 3. I love that. Loca, Steve, Lang, 62. Dezelle, 18. Lang, loads of guesses on Lang. I love it. Mendes, 21. I'm putting Ashley's guess in. Harness, 25. There you go. Thank you for all of your guesses tonight on the Golden Ticket. Kate, you only won my Pompey for my late granddad was from the world. What a great mention to Katie's late granddad. Always good to keep the memory alive. So big shout out to Katie's late granddad. There's always a story, isn't there? There is always a story as to why we support our teams. Someone's reminded me about Norwich losing 7-1 to Colchester. I remember I was playing a show somewhere, like at a castle somewhere. I was doing like a wedding. And I remember that scoreline coming in and being absolutely amazed. Joe, if that comes in, I'll give you 3 golden tickets. Supporter to run on the pitch and stick it in the back of the net. Has to be the first goal as well. Right, before we go fully into this, let's just go predictions. Let me just tell you what happened on the poll. Hold your thoughts on predictions. Yeah. Here is the poll on the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel, where you will see 27% of people expect this game to be drawn. 30% of this people think Pompey are going to win. 43% think Derby are going to win. So not much in it. 27 draw, 30 Pompey, 43 Derby. I want your predictions in the comments. Guys, you have got 24 seconds to get them in. Predictions in, please, guys. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. Keep those predictions coming in. I'm not going to be able to read them out today because I'm so behind. The players are already out. So we need to get the stop clock ready. Get your predictions in. Someone's going to be right. Hopefully someone's going to win the golden ticket. And you have some beers on the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel for Christmas. Please do support the Beer 52 promo any which way you can. So www.beer52.com/bloom. That's www.beer52.com/bloom. There's Sam's mate, John Harley, the Pompey assistant there. John Massinio comes out, and there is Paul Warne, who really needs a win. I mean, when does a manager ever not need a win? But he's under a bit of pressure as things stand, isn't he? Warney, bowling Warney, into the huddle go the Derby players, and we are just about good to start here at Pride Park. Derby v Pompey. I will promise I will get your predictions up very, very soon as we head towards kickoff in this one. A Pompey win. Well, let's just say it how it is. Both sides are going to want to stick 3 points on and move away from trouble. Derby have got quite a nice cushion. Pompey haven't. It's all on goal difference for the boys in blue. We are off and running. And this is a chance for me to get your predictions on the screen. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to just ram predictions up one after the other as Forsyth knocks it in to cash in. And Zetterstrom at the back. Right, here we go. Hopefully, I'm going to click on all of these. As Schmidt is out on the edge of the box, ball going from back to front, having to deal with a pretty tricky goal kick. It's worked down the right to Harness. Harness crossing position, blocked by Ogilvie. Ooh, chance on the near post there. Adams tried the spectacular. Looked like if he got a hook on that. There's a chance. Sorry, guys. Thank you for all your predictions. I'm clicking them all up here. I'll read that one out, though. Oh, into the box goes Adams. Lively start from him. Nil effing nil. There we go. Someone has got to go for one, haven't they? Right, I'm clicking through. Okay, Lee, well done. Legend of the channel there. Dave as well. There we go. It's a corner to Derby, who are really fine on the set plays. Right, there we go. I think I've got them all read out. The Derby players, which in Arsenal do this, haven't we, in the Premier League, all head into outside of the 6-yard box. They're going to run in towards the ball, basically, as in towards where the corner's being taken from. And they're really good on set plays, Derby. Might be one that... Can someone check that for me? They're the best in the league on set plays, Derby. Got to be up there, haven't they? Can someone just have a look? Have a look on who scored. It'll tell you. I'm being lazy. Surely some mind games here. They're taking forever to take the corner. Up goes the signal. In goes the kick. Headed away by Bishop for Pompey on the near post. Breaks loose to Hoodmine. And Bishop plays it away. Gives it away. Indeed. Lively start by Derby, but they've had to go all the way back home to Zetterstrom. And Forsyth. I don't know what this means, Steve. $5. So I'm going to read it out. Very, very kind of you indeed. Lettuce of the match is Benjamin Bloom. I don't know what that means. If it's an insult, I'll take it because you're super chatted. There we go. You can pay to say what the hell you like to me, but thank you, Steve. Very, very kind indeed. There you go. Ben, 11 set play goals. Luton second with 10. So yeah, Derby best in the league on set plays. Normally, it's a team on top of the table. Oh, there we go. Best hair of the match. That must be Marcus Harness, hasn't it? He's got beautiful hair. Actually, Marcus Harness probably could be a model. Beautiful eyes and beautiful hair, that man. Big fan of his when he was at Ipswich. Interesting look. Better hair than me, for sure. Look at all the grey in mine. Shocking. Right. Free kick then. Zetterstrom is going to smash this forward for Derby. Forward it goes. One in the air by, I think it's Potts. He's probably not going to win too many in the air, is he? Murphy holds it up. It's been scrappy so far, hasn't it? Neither side able to get hold of the ball, but Derby forcing the majority of the territory. Down the right they come. Cross goes in. Kind of shanked clear there by Tom McIntyre. It's good pressure this from Derby. They've had the ball in the Pompey half for the majority of the game, haven't they? Hoodmine tries to cross. And Ogilvie clears. Petr Cech in goal for Derby. They wish. What a player he was. Goodness me. Those eyes are dreamy. Yeah, could have definitely been a model if he wasn't a footballer, Marcus Harness, couldn't he? Deary me. Here is Osborne. Forsyth. Gary, if Hull don't win the next three, I feel their season. Oh, there you go. Gary disagrees with me on that. I think Hull will get clear, but could be the way he says. Cross comes in from the right, deflected out. Another corner. It's good. Derby are much the better side here. They're not let Pompey settle. And look, it's pretty direct and pretty up and at them. Fullbacks are forward, diagonal passes, set plays, hemming them in. But it's good from Derby so far. Over on local pundit pod, we always pick the best. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. I'll take it. Liam met 6 MK players. Which ones, Liam? Last week. In comes the corner. Actually, we might take Enid in to see Santa in MK soon. Cleared away to Zetterstrom. Derby nice and direct again, and they're up the pitch again. They're really on top of this one, aren't they? Ogilvie charges down the cross, and Murphy tries to race away. Murphy's done brilliantly there. Yates is chasing back. What a run by Murphy. Puts the cross in. Murphy was really honest there. The cross is blocked, by the way. There's a big slide tackle came in, and he could have just gone down, and the player would have probably got booked, actually. Don't know who threw himself in there, but Murphy kept on running. It's a great run. Ben, what do I think of home attendances this season? It's difficult, isn't it, Nigel? That cost of living is really still a thing for people. We're really struggling our end still here. And Shaley has a good job as well, but just all the bills have gone up. So I do think it's a struggle. Well, actually, you tell me in the comments. Are you still struggling with the cost of living? It's difficult at the moment. So I really don't blame fans for not getting to games. It's hard to find the money, and you know, 30 quid for a ticket, and then your travel and your food and all of that good stuff. Right, guys, claim these, because not only has Steve become a member, but he's gifted 5 memberships. Go and grab one. Thank you, Steve. You're being ever so kind here tonight. Go and grab yourself a free membership on Steve. Thank you, Steve. Let us know if you get one. Give us a thumb up. Mendes into the box. Crosses low. All back stick. Big chance into the back of the net. I've got to say, that's a deserved goal for Derby. They've started this game really well. They've put all kinds of pressure on Portsmouth. And Kane Wilson, the fullback, into the box, right-footed. I think it might go through. Schmidt in goal. It's a deserved lead for Derby. Derby 1, Pompey 0. Get your thoughts in the comments on an early goal in the watch-along. I think that's deserved. And look, I've said Derby have been direct in this game. It's a really good goal. Look how they've played through right down the middle of the pitch, through defence, through midfield, out onto the wing. And it's a great goal, isn't it? I mean, the keeper will be disappointed because it's gone through his legs, but he just gets his feet all stuck. And I suppose they deserved a bit of luck, Derby, because it's a good move. Great cross by Mendes to pick out Wilson. And you just want that fullback on the other side up into the box. Former Forest Green, Bristol City player, Kane Wilson. Derby 1, Pompey 0. We'll go to some views in the comments on that one. Curtis Nelson's just having a word with referee Langford. I don't quite know why. Ebu Adams is hurt. I don't know. Was there a bit of halfties? Wilson has opened the scoring. Let's have a look. It's a golden ticket rollover, says Lee. What minute was the goal, guys? What was it? 8. No one had Wilson 8. No one went for the fullback. Oh, someone had the 8th minute there, Dave, but Colby Bishop. There we go. I think it was a deserved goal, wasn't it? Did well. Yeah, good finish, Rich, wasn't it? And I think with goals like that, you're a bit unlucky if you're the keeper, because if it's smashed, you're positioning yourself straight between your legs. It's very hard to make the save. I'm sure goalkeeper coaches will say otherwise, that you should be moving across in such a way that that doesn't happen. But there we go. Ben, a drink to you, fella. Ben, that's about, I think there's like the 3rd stream in a row Ben super chatted. So very, very kind of you, Ben. Derby scored early against us and lost. Yeah, fair comment. They lost at home in the last watch along we did, didn't we? Against Swansea. But they're playing really well in this one. Andrew, a Wolves fan. Yeah, I'm going to divert the conversation immediately and ask Andrew if he could very kindly give Ipswich 3 points tomorrow, because they bloody need them. Come on, Pompey. Long way to go, Katie. Long way to go, my dear. All I know is when Forest were poor in the Championship, there were plenty of empty seats. Well, there you go. Oh, goodness me. Steve has donated another 5 memberships. Go and grab one. Steve, it's too kind. Very, very kind indeed, Steve. Thank you so much for support. And everyone can have I think a month's free membership there on Steve. Very kind indeed. Steve, you legend. Indeed. Too many indeeds in that sentence. My apologies. If that was written down, I would fail primary school English. Here come Derby again. Harness. He tried to switch your play. I think he took a deflection. Did it not? Sean, welcome to you. Sean, did you manage to sign up as a member? There you go. We were chatting in the week. The Harness Derby. Yes, of course. He has played for both. Rich. How am I feeling in the Prem? Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult, man. But we're loving it. But come and see me on the Blue Monday podcast on Sunday night to see how I really feel. Indeed. Touche. Steve, Derby fan watching from New Zealand. We've got plenty of Forest fans in here tonight, haven't we? Loads of them about. Derby 1, Pompey 0. Derby has started really well. Even before they took the lead, I think it's a deserved goal, wasn't it? Richie, Potts, Ogilvie, Murphy, who's had the one best moment for Pompey, that brilliant run. Murphy comes in off the left. Murphy held on to that too long. Hoodmine snapping at his heels, but Pompey retain possession. Nice one, Sean. You started watching on Matt's videos. Brilliant. Yeah, check out on the Matt SB channel. Go and subscribe if you haven't. We do League One predictions there, which is great for me because once Ipswich got promoted from League One, I totally stopped paying attention. And to be honest, I had to really revise up on Pompey and Derby and Oxford this season. Just wasn't paying attention. Evening to Mark in the chat. Any vlogs, Michael? I'm going to try and get to Ipswich Newcastle next week. Fingers crossed. I'm really struggling to get to games at the moment. I'm so busy. And then with Ipswich being in the Premier League now, you almost have to be at the stadium about 45 minutes earlier and you're stuck for another 30 minutes. So it just really takes out my whole day to get there. And it's difficult with a toddler to justify to your missus that you're just going to disappear for the whole day, isn't it? Come on, Pompey. FFS. In comes the throw-in looking for Bishop. Cash in. Nicks in front. The fabled left-sided centre-back cash in. Steve's a Wrexham fan. Oh, nice one. Steve. Chris. Why would Neil Harris say we are idiots? I'd need to see the exact quote before I touch that with a barge pole, Chris. I did meet Neil Harris once, and he was absolutely lovely, I've got to say. So I'll take him as I find him. As a nice bloke. Andrew, can't afford to go. Oh, incapacity benefits. Oh, ouch. That doesn't sound good, Andrew. Best of luck with that situation. Crikey. Get your thumbs up and your good wishes in for Andrew there with back problems. Doesn't sound good at all, mate. Ogilvie, Harness wins it in the air, which is a rarity. Here's a surprised Ipswich fan. Forward it goes, headed away by Marlon Pack. Here's Harness. Not great control by Harness there. He did get closed down, but his first touch could have been a little bit tidier. New electric car. Get in those bus lanes, John. Go for it. Thoughts on the Blade season so far? Flame. Outstanding. Outstanding. I think Leeds might have a little bit more in the tank, but you don't need to finish top to seal promotion, and they look really good for a promotion, don't they? Sheffield United, I thought there might be trouble at the start of the season for the Blades. But Chris Wilder's done a really good job, hasn't he? Excellent work. Ogilvie takes the throw in for Pompey. Lang. We're now starting to mention Lang, Murphy, Bishop and Richie, aren't we? When we didn't mention them for the first 10, 12 minutes of the game. League One, yeah, well, a Wrexham fan in the chat there. Could you get Wrexham, Birmingham and Wickham doing an Ipswich, Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday? And believe me, in that season, the richest teams didn't finish top because Plymouth were incredible to get 101 points, weren't they? Unbelievable performance from Stephen Schumacher and Plymouth. Foul there by Osborne. He'll be lucky not to get booked for that. I think referee Langford's letting him have that one. Would have been perfectly within his rights to book him there because it's just a clear rugby block, isn't it? American football, whatever you want to call it. Silvera not having the best time at Pompey. Is he not featured, Scott? How many times has he played, matey? Ewan, Pompey holders of the FA Cup. Oh, of course, they won it pre-war, didn't they? And kept it and kept it and kept it. In comes the set play. It's headed back up in the air. That's how good Cashin is in the air. Look at him get above Colby Bishop then. And again, Cashin, brilliant. Ogilvie, though, wins it back. Ogilvie, is there going to be a penalty shout there? Did he just miss his kick? Because if he didn't just miss his kick and he had a little clip on the heels, that would have been a penalty. No one really appealed, though. So I'm guessing some honest Pompey players there, and it wasn't. Murphy. Dazelle. My terrible guess for golden ticket. And it's worked back into... McIntyre's the last man there. Dazelle to Potts. Dazelle to Bishop. Dazelle, it's good football from Pompey, actually. Little clip into the box, looking for Bishop, just runs past. Matt Richard got in there as well. Oh, ouch. Oh, dear. Andrew, that puts my teeth on edge. I'm sure it did a lot worse to you, mate. I'm sorry, I came off my bike. Oh, mate. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Best of luck with your recovery. Let us know what the prognosis from the smarter people than me is. That sounds awful, awful, awful. Down the line comes Dazelle, down the left. Tries to put the cross in early. Steve, you are being far, far too kind tonight. Another super chat from Steve. $5. Derby wins because they're bold enough to pronounce an E as an A. There you go. I avoid all pronunciation debates on this channel. Live and let live. But I'll take Steve's opinion there. Tremendous stuff. Any beers? They're all full. All full, Mark, those beers. Why can't you see my finger? There you go. Swing the chair around, courtesy of the lovely people at Beer 52, beer52.com/Bloom, for your free crate. If you cover the postage, £5.95, you can get a free crate of those if you want to try. Mark. Sorry, Ben, visitors. Well, you have a good night, Sean, and thank you for your continued support, fella. Richie, Devlin, first time the right backs got forward. Pompey are growing into the game, aren't they? Need to make some chances now, don't they? Impressive willpower from Ben not to drink all the beers. Can I reveal something, Nick Knack? I have now gone 11 months and 13 days. My New Year's resolution has lasted all year. I've done well, but each to their own. No judgment on anybody else. We know the Beer 52 stuff is lovely. I'm just having a year off by the look of it. And if you know me, you'll know I needed to. Down the line. Oh, Wilson's done well into the box. Wilson puts the cross in. Oh, great clearance by Pack. Brilliant from Pack. I think he chested it away. diving in. What a great bit of defending. It's really good from Wilson. I thought it was destined to be a goal. Yates just stays onside. Oh, it wasn't his chest, it was his head. Beg your pardon. Great bit of defending. What about Blackpool? Well, if you were watching carefully, Dave, you would have noticed not a drop past my lips. Thanks, guys. Only another 18 days. Oh, in comes the corner. It's headed in. Aaron Cashin, we've given him the big up for his aerial prowess. He heads it down. It bounces over the defender on the line, up and into the goal. Tantalising one. Derby have done it from a set play. Yet again, they're the best in the league from set pieces. And yet again, they have notched. It's Derby 2, Portsmouth 0. What a header that is. He's well out from goal. He has to head it down. It's the only possible way of getting enough power to get that into the net. Look at that. Full body into that. Neck muscles. And it's bounced over. Who is it on the line? It's Callum Lang. Who doesn't do a lot wrong, does he, Lang? No, Lang doesn't do anything wrong. It's just a perfectly placed header bouncing up and over Callum Lang. And it's pretty brutal from Derby. Don't know how many chances they've had. How many shots on goal have they had? They might have scored both of them, have they? Yeah. 2 shots. 2 shots on target. 2 goals. How's that for some finishing, ladies and gentlemen? What a header. There we go. Let's click through all of these. Worth set piece again. Ole, ole, textbook header. Excellent, excellent work. Chance for me to talk about my hair. What hair products am I using? What's my shampoo at the moment? L'Oreal, I think. Whatever was in Home Bargains. And some nice conditioner, the same brand. That's all it needs. In comes the set play for Pompey. Ritchie. Headed clear. Derby 2-0 up here. Wilson early. Like 9 minutes, 8 minutes, was it? Cashin 23 from the set play. Only 2 shots in the game, guys, and it's 2-0 to Derby. Michael, yes, I will give you some dates where I am performing. Cross comes in from the left. I'll be performing with That's So 90s, a brilliant 90s show that I am attached to. I will be at Carshalton, South London, December 20th. I will be in Chester, December 31st. I will be in Sutton in Ashfield, January 31st. I'll be in Colchester on February the 20th. I will be in Eastleigh on February the 23rd. I'll be in near Wolverhampton, March the 14th. And Guiseley, just outside of Leeds, on April the 4th. Give me a tweet and I'll help you out with tickets if you fancy any of those. Pompey, wake up. I could do a better job. Only been 2 shots, though, hasn't it, Katie? Brutal finishing from Derby. Yeah, give us a shout if you want to. It is all 90s music, I have to say. As you'd imagine, a show called That's So 90s is. But yeah, do come and check out the show. Good fun. Really good show. And beats working for a living, doesn't it, hey? Going and playing some songs. Throw in one by Mendes Lang in the left back area. Matt Ritchie shakes his head, but it is going to be a Derby throw. John Massinio will stay calm as he always does. But you can't concede every shot on goal you have. That ain't going to end well, and that's what's happened during this game. You've got to say 2 good finishes from Derby. Wilson with the first timer, the fullback getting into the box, drilling it through the keeper's legs. And it's a great header by Cashin, isn't it? Towering header, headed down, bounces it over Lang. And here is Lang going into the box, actually. Great cross by Lang. Oh, good defending by Wilson. Murphy says, give that to me on the floor. It was a good cross, though, by Lang, wasn't it? Just bent in. Cashin got caught, actually. The goal scorer of the second. Best attacking moment of the game. There is sadly no Queen in the 90s show. Oh, shot driven in. Harness is in there. Oh, cleared away. We have a troll, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read this as it's written. Mendes-Lang into the box. Backheeled. Oh, it's in for a third. My goodness me. Ibu Adams has stuck it in. Built up down the left. I think that's 3 shots on goal. 3 into the back of the net. Ibu Adams, it kind of trickled in over the line. Nice build up down the left. That's where the first goal came from. And this is an absolute nightmare for Pompey. It is Derby 3, Portsmouth 0. Adams gets the third. We have not played 30 minutes yet, and it is 3-0. I'll get your thoughts in the comments. Wow, just trickles over the goal line there. Mendes-Lang, nice little back heel. Forsyth put the cross in. It's not a great hit by Adams. He just deflects off McIntyre and goes. And I don't think it'll be an own goal. I think the original shot's on target. Oh, goodness me. Ouch, indeed. 3 shots. Is it? Yeah, it is 3 shots, 3 goals, isn't it? My goodness me. 2 unlimited, snap, etc. Oh, yes, is all I will say to that. Plenty of that stuff. Where was that troll? There we go. Why are you talking about Derby throwing when you didn't mention the Pompey corner? Are you a closet Derby fan? Let me explain how implicit bias and partisanship works. So if you're particularly emotionally invested in a certain team here, here come Pompey down the right. Ritchie puts the cross in. Bishop on the volley wide. If you are invested, what's his name? Where's the troll gone? Ewan. If you are emotionally invested about one of the teams, and I am not, while I'm being balanced and calling it down the middle, you will think, because you're over here, because I'm here, you'll think I'm against your team. But really, the person with the emotional balance issue is not me. Think about it. We have it in politics all the time where if you get somebody very, very left wing or very, very right wing, then somebody in the middle will seem in a distorted position to them. And it's not the person in the middle who's got the issue. It's the person way out here or way out here that's got the issue. But there you go. Always find it amusing when I'm accused of bias by someone completely afflicted by bias who can't see it. You love to see it, don't you? But there you go. It's fascinating, the whole psychology of tribal. It's in our wiring. You realise as human beings. There we go. Let's put a 3-0 up here. Derby 3, Portsmouth 0. The goals are flying in on the watch along tonight. Unfortunately, for Portsmouth, who I have nothing against, just trying to call what's happening on my screen here. They are 3-0 down. Hecker, thoughts on Leicester? Are Ipswich better? Well, the league table is telling me no, Ipswich are not better than Leicester. I'll leave that one there. Oh, there you go. Thank you for your support there. We try and be fair to everybody here on the channel, but often, and you won't find this unless you're in a position where you're dealing with lots of people who have got implicit biases towards team. That's fine. It's okay, but just don't accuse me of having one against your team just because you've got one for your team, and somebody being down the middle appears to be against your team because you're so pro your team. Think about it. I do this every day. Ewan is probably a kid to be. Yeah, apologies, Ben. Yeah, I do agree. I'm just trying to explain how the psychology of tribalism kind of works. Anyway, Ingham BFC. I'm a Burnley fan. What do I think of Parker so far? Don't open that can of worms, Ingham. He's the Enigma Parker, who fans of teams he manages don't particularly get on with. Watchers kind of think, oh, are they a bit overly methodical and not great to watch? Yet they're always at the top of the league, and two of them got promoted. So there you go. Thoughts on cash into Birmingham in the summer? If Birmingham come up, which we'd all imagine they will, I'm sure some spending will be happening. Just got to watch that FFP over the course of the Nighthead project, haven't they? Birmingham might need to do some trading, but yeah, hell of a backing in League One this season. Mendes Lang down the left-hand side, tries to put the cross in. Blocked out by Devlin, corner to Derby. Derby on fire so far. Does 3-0 reflect the game? Probably not, Alistair. Derby have been excellent, but they have literally scored every shot they've had on goal. Corner to Derby. Oh, goodness me. It's a good one into the back post. Cashin drives the shot. Deflected wide. If you're having a tough time, but if you said 3 years ago they'd be going down with championship parachute payments, you'd take it. Well, yeah, of course I would. Of course I would. It's difficult. Everyone just wants their club to be the next stage up, the next cliff edge up. If you're in the Premier League, you want that Champions League money. If you're not in the Premier League, you want that parachute money. If you're not in the Championship, you want that Championship money. Everyone wants to be the next stage up, don't you? Cashin tries to head the corner on. Breaks for Yates. Yates knocks it back to Goodmine. Yates drills a shot in right foot. It's going to break. I think Derby have actually had a couple of shots that haven't gone in the goal. You're having a few tugs on that bottle, Ben. I promise. Look, do you know what? I'm going to prove to Mark, who's only ribbing me, I know. Can you see that's water? Oh, dear. Try not to drip water into my microphone. I'm nearly done. I could have a disrupted night tonight, if you know what I mean. Ball back with Schmidt. It's going to be a restart to Pompey at the back. What's your take on the Blades takeover, Ben? What takeover? There you go. Moonshine. Sister Moonshine. Name that tune. Bet no one's going to get that one, hey? That's a deep 70s prog pop link. Pompey have a higher XG and they're 3-0 down. Goodness me. That's a great question, Michael. Watch-alongs over Christmas and New Year. Get your requests in. I think we've got Derby again next week, haven't we? Derby Luton. We'll try and fit a few in over Christmas. I do want to try and take... we're going down to the in-laws caravan on the 23rd. So I'll be pretty much out of contention 23rd, 24th, 25th, obviously. There may well be one on Boxing Day. Just let me know what you want. We'll put some polls up. And you guys can have your say when you're going to be free over Christmas, when you're going to be watching football. I understand lots of people just prioritize family. But still a good appetite for football. The infamous caravan. It does exist, Lee. I promise it does exist. Sheffield United versus Burnley on Boxing Day. That sounds a good one, doesn't it? What time is it? Don't they like have a football match every half an hour on Boxing Day? It's impossible to keep up. Paul Warren will be very, very happy with this one, won't he? Tigerish in the tackle, Derby. Yeah, fair comment. Yeah, I'd imagine Luton Derby will be the last one before Christmas. I believe Sam Parkin is co-coms on that one. Great news. Zetterstrom to Osborne. Cash in. Little drag back and plays it round Matt Ritchie. Knock forward long. That's going to be offside, isn't it? Flag doesn't go up. But miles off to me. Will the manager of the month curse strike Wilder tomorrow? Lee, I love you. Curses aren't real, mate. Don't you worry. Sorry to burst anyone's bubble on that. Absolutely not. Ogilvy. McIntyre. Look a bit shell-shocked. Understandably, Pompey facing 3 shots and conceding 3 goals in the first 30 minutes of this here game. That's it. You concentrate on the grandparents there, Alistair, on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Sounds good to me. Murphy whips the cross in. Had to be punched clear. Flying towards the top corner there by Zetterstrom. Oh, great tackle there in the midfield, but it breaks loose and is fed straight down the line to Mendes, who's had a good game down the left wing. Mendes-Lang. Adams running ahead of him. Adams' score of the second goal. Bit of a muggy one. And out for a throw-in. Try telling my witch doctor that. I will. Is this cross flying in the net? I think it was. We're about to see the replay. Most definitely is, isn't it? Good goalkeeping, that. Jez fisted that one away. Zetterstrom. Throw in to Pompey in the right back area. Keep those likes coming, by the way, as we come up to half time. I won't do a like strike. Can't even talk. A like spike during this half, but we are over 50. It'd be nice to get up to 100 maybe during the show. Cash in for Saif. Cash in. Tries the same move out onto his left foot. The Pompey coaching staff must be wise to that, mustn't they? Luke thought Harness has played well. Been a good all-round performance by Derby, hasn't it? Across the board here. But as the comment of something as Ben said, just been very... this isn't damning with faint praise, by the way. Just very up and at 'em, and the fight's been the main reason, hasn't it? Just been at it in the tackle. Not to mention some pretty ruthless finishing. Throw in to Derby again in the left back area. Is it? No, is he giving a free kick? Adams and Langford having a bit of a chat. For the Derby headed goal, how on earth the Pompey player didn't handball, I'll never know. Yeah. I think if it had been the last minute of the game and it had been 0-0, maybe he would have. But wouldn't you be immediately red carded for denial of an obvious goal? They should change the wording. It's not denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity. Denial of an obvious goal. But yeah, fair point. It must be an instinct to just stick your hand up and block. Cash in. Sorry, I should turn my phone off, shouldn't I? Apparently, there's somebody at the door. Yates into the box. Yates drills the shot. Good save by Schmidt. The follow-up. Oh, dear. That should have been 4. Adams sticks it into the ground. Yates did okay. Wasn't right in the corner with the right foot, was it? Is he onside there? Hard to tell that, isn't it? Accusing look from McIntyre. And it's poor from Adams, isn't it? Who can't get his knee over the ball as it bounces up. If he does, he probably makes it 4-0 to Derby. Big hoof clear by Nelson. Such good energy in this first half by Derby. I think they did get a point, didn't they? They drew at Burnley. Was it the 0-0 with Burnley in midweek? So they haven't had the worst week possible, have they, Derby? And 2 massively hard games. Leeds away and Derby, Leeds away and Burnley away in the same 3-game week isn't a lot of fun, is it, you have to say? Wilson. Harness, lovely little scoop ball down the line there. Good mine. Oh, nice feet. Has he dribbled that out of play? No. Linesman had a really good look at that. And Dazelle stayed on his feet. Pompey will not draw this game. Does not look like it, does it? Hell of a result if they do. Yeah, 11 shots to 1 in Derby's favour. And remember, the first 3 went into the back of the net as well from Derby. Incredible finishing. Here's Mendez-Lang, edge of the box. Mendez-Lang into the box now. Mendez-Lang straight at the keeper. If that had been on his left foot, he'd have got a better shot off there. Don't know if he's as quick as he used to be. He used to really have pace, didn't he? Mendez-Lang, but he's played really well in this game. Down the left for Derby County's captain, isn't he? Their shot was that Murphy could might well, yeah. Murphy, did he get a shot off when it got crossed in? I can tell you what foot mobs say. Luke, no, Bishop on the near post was the shot with the right foot. If we play like this the rest of the season, if 3-0 up at half time in every game, you'll be better than just fine. You'll be getting promoted, put it that way. Get me on that pitch right now. There might be a few Portsmouth fans thinking they could add something to this Portsmouth performance. I've got some sympathy for Pompey with like all of the shots going in, but Derby have just been at a higher level of intensity from the word go. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Cross comes in from the left. Bishop. Ooh. He actually just managed to drop off the back of his centre-half there and get the header. The cash in. Just gets sucked under the ball. Does enough to put Bishop off. But it's a chance, isn't it? He's not under any duress other than someone jumping in front of him. John Harley and John Massinio trying to figure out what the message is going to be at half-time. Zetterstrom goes long with the Derby goal kick. 90 seconds of A pretty perfect outcome for Derby. You got your clean sheet. You like to be in front at half-time at home. 3 goals in front. That'll do you. Ogilvie. Murphy. Murphy draws the foul from Yates. Mendes-Lang. Osborne. For Saif. 45 seconds of the first half, or the minimum stoppage time in the first half remaining. Into the channel looking for Yates. He's looking for a free kick there. He's done that thing where you fall into the back of the defender and hope the referee thinks you've pulled. Lee, you bloody legend. I would drink to you, but I'm all out. $4.99 on the Super Chat. Good game so far. More goals. Second half, please. 3 already here. Free kick taken too quickly by Pompey. Lee, thank you for your support as a member there and for the Super Chat as well. Very, very kind indeedio. And there is half-time. Paul Warne walks away quietly, looking very pleased. John Massinio will be far, far less pleased with that first half. It's Derby 3, Pompey 0. Great start to the game by Derby, who were up and at it. And when they scored in 8 minutes, we said, deserved goal there. Wilson sticking the first one in. Cash in, towering header for the second, bouncing it over Lang on the goal line midway through the first half. And then Adams, just 6 minutes later, smacks in number 3. Doesn't smack it in at all. He misses his kick. And it kind of trickles in, deflected off Tom McIntyre. Derby 3, Portsmouth 0. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea or something stronger if you're a Portsmouth fan tonight, because it's been a very difficult first half. I will return in, let me set my timer on here, just over 5 minutes. Feel free to get questions and whatnot in via the chat. But yeah, go and visit the facilities, grab yourself a drink, and we will be back in 5 minutes and 7 seconds. 7 seconds away. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the watch along. It is Derby 3, Portsmouth 0. Needs to be a massive, massive grandstand comeback here in terms of Portsmouth getting anything from this game. As things stand in the Championship table, Derby would move up to 14th on 24 points. Pompey will stay exactly where they are. But of course, if everything goes terribly, terribly badly for them tomorrow, the three teams below them could all go above them. But as you know, it's very, very rare that the bottom three teams in any division ever win on the same week, let alone in the same month once all together, if you know what I mean. So they won't be too worried about that, Portsmouth, at the moment. They'll just want to, what's the cliche? Win the second half and move forward in that regard. We'll go to your comments in just a second. First of all, though, please do support our friends at Beer52, beer52.com/Bloom to get the offer. You can get a lovely crate of Beer 52, just like that, with 8 in, some bar snacks. You get a Ferment magazine as well that you can see up there. And you get that for free. You have to pay the postage, which is £5.99. And your offer code is www.beer52.com/Bloom. Right, let's play. Where are you watching from? So I'm going to hit the sting, and all you have to do is tell me where you're watching the stream from tonight. This is where in the world. I don't need clever answers or funny answers. I genuinely am interested in knowing where you are watching from. You've got 20 seconds. Let me know your location in the comments. Let's play where in the world. Right, let's have some shout outs then. Let us know where in the world you are watching the stream from. Give a shout out to as many of these as possible. Right, where are we going first? We're going to Kentish Town. We are going to Perth, Western Australia. Rowley Regis, very nice. Portsmouth, that is appropriate, given they are playing. Worsop. Nelson, New Zealand. Very nice. Tampa, Florida. I can't say that, can I? Aberystwyth. How did I do? Flame Rider. Middlesbrough. Gold Coast. Australia. Tremendous. We are worldwide tonight. Martine. Sheffield. North East Pennsylvania. And another Sheffield. West Country. Loughborough. HMP Pankhurst, very nice. Belfast, New England, South Bend, Indiana, USA. We are all over the globe. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us tonight. We really, really appreciate all of your support. And we really appreciate all of your likes on the stream. How are we doing for likes at the moment? We are at 74. Can you take us closer to 100 on the likes? We're going to do a like spike. Hit the thumbs up button. You got 11 seconds. Away you go. Thank you all for your support tonight. We are now we've gone up to 78. It normally delays a little bit and we get a little bit of a boost. Let's see if we can get this stream over 100 in terms of likes by the end of the game. Get some questions and some comments in, you lot in the chat, and we can answer them before we go to the second half of Portsmouth and their 3-0 deficit that they have got to try and pull back against Derby, it is not going to be easy. There you go. Thank you very much, Flame Rider. I won't say it again because I've got a good record. Let us know as well, guys, where you're headed to if you're off to a game this weekend in the EFL or the Premier League. Who's been Pompey's best player? That's very hard to judge because it's not a high bar, Peter. I'm going to tell you what the FootMob algorithm says and see if I agree with it. Not a lot. 6.6. Who's that? Murphy. Yeah, maybe. He's got into the box once, had a really good dribble at one point, carried some threat down the left. Maybe the algorithm is correct there, but yeah. The fans, maybe so. Yeah. I was going to say it's a long way from Portsmouth to Derby. It's a long way from Portsmouth to anywhere, really, in the Championship. Who's close by for Pompey down on the south coast there? No Southampton this season. No Bournemouth. They're in the Premier League as well. Plymouth's all the way over there, isn't it? What's the closest journey for Portsmouth then? Is it like one of the South London ones? I guess. Who would that be? Millwall? I don't know. Someone Google map that. What's the closest one? Let me know. Right, let's see where you're all going. Ben off to Watford, West Brom with his brother. Very, very nice too. My sister is coming on December the 22nd to come and see us. In tricky circumstances at the moment, I have to say. All is not well. That end, but don't worry, nobody's ill. But yeah, family problem there. Oxford bound tomorrow. Hopeful for the win. Good stint by you, Danny. Off to Wales at 2 a.m. for 2 a.m. No way. That's got to be fan effort of the day. When's the kickoff? Oh, man. Sunderland fans going to Swansea at 2 a.m. Well played, Danny, is all I can say to you. What do I think of the Swans? Bit inconsistent, Tom, aren't they? I can never get hold of them on the predictions. Whenever I think they're trending up, I overrate them. Whenever the other way round, I underrate them. So I'm struggling a bit. Hamza, don't get to games much. I was at midweek win versus Coventry. Must have been a lucky charm. All down to you, my friend. All down to you indeed. What else have we got? Yoza off to Millwall. Steve off to Bristol. So he must be a QPR fan or a Bristol City fan. Oh, you're telling me where the closest game is? Someone mapped it. Who is it? Is it Bristol? I don't know. Who have I got to win the playoffs? Out of the four who are in there at the moment, I mean, it's hard to go against the parachute teams, isn't it? I don't know. I'll say Sunderland just for lols, I think. Their rivals there with Plymouth is that I've got no idea. People get very vexatious about anybody saying their club is in a derby. Let's be honest, people get very vexatious about people saying anything whatsoever about their club. Because they just like that sort of thing, don't they? But hey-ho. Right, I think we've got some substitutions coming in for Pompey in the second half. I think I saw two. I think Christian Sadie was one of them. I will keep my powder dry. I'm sure the Sky producer has just been told, and we're about to get it flashed up on the screen. How quick is the graphics guy tapping away, we wonder. We are off and running in the second half. It is Derby 3, Portsmouth 0. Derby heading for a comfortable home win as things stand. Will we get a mad bonkers comeback, or will we get what looks like a home win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I suspect most people are going to be on a home win. Have they confirmed the subs yet? Bishop holds it up top for Portsmouth. Slide in behind. Right. Swanson and Sadie in. I didn't see who'd gone out, to be honest. Matt Ritchie was one of them. John Massinio trying to get a tune out of his team. There you go. Who said Oxford? Nah, it can't. Ben, it can't be 74 miles from Portsmouth to Millwall, can it? Is it? Or is my jog? Oh, Portsmouth's over a little bit, isn't it? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Gary, my prediction is up in smoke. Well, I said Dazelle first goal in the 49th minute or something. So I'm 3 goals out and the wrong team and the wrong player. What are you going to do, hey? Predictions, bit fun, isn't it? Swanson throws it down the line. Booted forward, headed away by McIntyre. Bishop just want to get the next goal, don't they, Portsmouth, and see if they can get a better feeling in this game. See, can they turn the stadium? It's their only hope, really, isn't it? Grab that next goal. Is there really 1 mile or 2 miles in it? Would you believe it, hey? Who did Swanson come in for then? Ron Swanson. Devlin, straight swap at fullback. Sadie in for Josh Murphy. Well, we had that discussion, didn't we? He's not in for Josh Murphy at all. They've got that wrong, haven't they? Murphy is clearly on the pitch here. I don't know why Footmob are telling me he's been subbed. He clearly hasn't. No wonder I look surprised. I'm going to pull out Murphy. You never choose Derby to win in your predictions. I suspect, Simon, excuse my language, that is absolute bollocks, my friend. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. How many times have I predicted who, and who? Give me the stats. There's no way I never predict Derby to win. Just factually, surely just a statement of complete nonsense, that, I'm afraid. Here comes Mendes Lang down the left. Oh, someone's trodden on Pack's foot there. He's gone down. The play continues. Forsyth tried to cut it back. Richie, thank you. I said Richie had gone, didn't I? Don't know why Footmob have got Murphy up. Dazelle. Potts. Well, Pompey have had plenty of the ball in the first 4 minutes of this half, but if Derby can be comfortable defending, I'm sure they'll be happy to just sit there, clean sheet, take the 3-0 win. Oh, can you hear that? Sounds like the Gary boys are racing up and down the A6 here, which is not helpful for my 3-year-old child trying to sleep up in that bedroom up there. But Gary boys will be Gary boys, and they will drive around with very noisy engines. I'm sure they're having a lovely old time. You don't realise how loud your engine of your car is when you're in it, do you? Maybe you do. Maybe it's a feather in your cap. My engine's louder than yours. Poked home to Schmidt and cleared. Lang makes chase there. Hooked away by Cashin. And knocked forward. Definitely. Started better in this half. There was a smile after my comment. Does that hide the fake news, Simon? Here's Pack. Oh, Pack clips that into the channel, but Bishop is off side. He was in behind. Work colleague won the Super Six. Isn't that like 100 grand or something, Tom? Oof. Happy days. A lot of Forest fans in tonight, haven't we? Voyeuristically watching their rivals, hey? The Derby keeper, Zetterstrom, smashes that forward. Didn't look like he kicked it that hard, and it just flew all the way down the pitch and out of play the other end. 1 million. £1 million dollars. Good luck to him. Lend us a fiver. Throw in to Derby. Goes into centre back to Cashin and to Nelson. Looks like Derby are just going to try and sit, which if they win the game 3-0, will look a good tactic. If they concede the next goal, will look a bad tactic. Dazelle. Swanson, nice ball that. Outside into Lang. Not a nice ball by Lang. To be honest, his first touch wasn't great. Flipped up. Had to play it on the half volley. Gave the ball away, trying to play Colby Bishop in. He's had a good season, Lang, hasn't he? But, yeah, that's poor. John Massinio won't have need to see that back on the iPad to know what went wrong. Top hair, Ben. Thank you, Tommy. It's getting a bit grey. Look at the grey, man. I'm not keeping it when it's grey. No way. Cut it off. So I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Look at my beard. So grey now. It's the worst. We keep an eye on our rivals. Otherwise, the Prem would have everyone believe it's Leicester. Okay. You're allowed more than one rival. Wilson, who opened the scoring back in minute 8. Trying to channel his inner Zidane then. Not managing to pull it off. Murphy wins a free kick off Harness, who knew full well that wasn't his throw-in. So I said free kick, didn't I? Still appeals it. Hurled down the line by Ogilvie. Bishop flicks on. And Forsyth plays it back to Zetterstrom. Just for men. I can't do it, Mark. I can't do it. Not a lot of people can pull off long hair, but well, thank you very much, Katie. It's been a lot of years of long hair now, I tell you. Just for Ben, I'll give you that one. It's quite funny, actually. Gandalf. Yeah, that's the worry, isn't it? Looking like Gandalf. Although his hair's like down there, isn't it? Who played Gandalf? Was it Harry Potter guy? Was it the same guy? Here comes Adams into the box. It's opened up. He's had to cut back. Can he lay this back to Forsyth? Forsyth puts the cross in, blocked out by... I think it's Dazelle there, defending back. Ben the Silver Fox. I'll take it. I'll take it. Drilled into the near post there. Bishop knocks it back. Lang tries to clip it up. Handball shout against Nelson. Corner. for Pompey. Ugh. Ian McKellen. Thank you. Who played the first Dumbledore then? I get so confused. Dan. £2 super chat. Thank you so much, Dan. Very, very kind. Portsmouth poor. But even my team, QPR, lost to them. Yeah, Ian McKellen was Gandalf. Richard Harris. So who was the second Gandalf then? Jean-Michael Gambon, was it? Okay. I watched all of these in lockdown. In fact, I did like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit all in a row in 1 week. What else was there to do? Deary me. I wanted to read out one of Ian's comments. Scrolled up. Welcome, Ian, our Rotherham friend, in the chat. I don't think I did the extended edition. It's long enough already, isn't it? We did it in order, though. We went Hobbit, 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 Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, which was good fun. Going to be a sub here for Derby. Phillips is going to come on. Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy, surely up there. Toy Story would have been up there, and then they made a fourth one, which was completely unnecessary, wasn't it? But yeah, Lord of the Rings would have been Toy Story, and Godfather, I think, are the ones that normally come up, don't they? Trilogies. Agreed, Marlon. Looks like Cashin's done, and Phillips is going to come in. Cashin scored the second goal in this one. Home form is key to the Rams staying up this season. I think they have too much to go down. Well, never mind too much to go down. Look at the points as well. If it's 45 to survive, Derby, unless they collapse right royally in this game, are going to be at 24 points. And you start to look and you think, well, really, they only need to score another, I don't know, call it 48 to be sure. Another 24 points in the remaining 25 games of this season. They can be quite bad and still get to 48 points. Oh, corner goes in. Zetterstrom came out, flapped at it. His McIntyre on the back stick couldn't do anything about it. Godfather, Rush Hour, Star Wars. Star Wars is the same as Toy Story, isn't it? Where if it was just stayed at 3, it would have been a beautiful thing. But ho-hum. There you go, Ian. I found one of your comments now. The Tom Eves Derby at the New York tomorrow. Get your favourite trilogies in there. Wasn't there? I'm going to get the 3 wrong ones in a row. Didn't it go Hunky Dory, Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane? Is that right for David Bowie? Does that count as a trilogy, even though there's tons and tons of albums? 3 Flavors Cornetto trilogy. Deary me. The other half likes to... Really, the other half does, Liam, do they? The 50 Shades. Oh, Back to the Future. That's a great shout. Yeah. Godfather. More Star Wars shouts coming in there. Yeah, Back to the Future. That's quality. Yeah, good shout. Maze Runner. Are we talking books or movies? Or both? National Lampoon. Oh, there you go. You're knocking them out of the park here, guys. Jaws. 28 weeks, days, months later. You got too many I can keep up with. 47, 40. Well, there you go, Alexander. If you're right, then Derby can score 24 points in 25 games. So can be in, relegation form if you start above the line and still survive, can't you? Harness. Blocked out by Murphy. Replace Hunky Dory with Diamond Dogs. You're speaking to a piano player. So, no, it has to be Hunky Dory with Rick Wakeman's piano all over it, I'm afraid. Home Alone. Are there 3 Home Alones? By the way, Home Alone, we'll get this debate going now. Home Alone, is that the best Christmas movie? Throw that one into the chat. Home Alone? Best Christmas movie? It's top 3 if it's not number 1, isn't it? Come on, you lot. Into the box for Pompey. I think it's Swanson all the way up there, was it? Murphy's going to keep it alive. Ogilvie crosses in, headed out by Nelson. Swanson puts the cross in from wide right, headed away by Osborne. And Pompey are kind of knocking, but not really threatening to blow the house down here, are they? Murphy down the left. Murphy crosses right-footed. Sadie chest control. Good play by Sadie. Sadie opens the space up. Good tackle by Nelson. Good forward play by Sadie. But it's going to be a goal kick. Right, here we go. Let's get your Christmas movies in here. Oh, 4 Home Alones. Okay. Snowman, obviously. Although, does that count as a TV movie? Very kind, Nigel. Kind words. Die Hard always comes up, doesn't it? Grinch. Yeah, Enid loves the Grinch as well. White Christmas. Grinch. Yeah, Grinch is a good shout, isn't it? Wonderful Life. Miracle 34th Street. Jingle All the Way. Got the divorce. Die Hard always coming up. Grinch. Elf. Wonderful Life. Gremlins. Elf. Love Actually, yeah, always comes up. Jingle All the Way. Love Actually. There you go. All great shouts. To be fair, our most watched one is Grinch because Enid, not the Grinch, the animated Grinch. Cartoons, the Jim Carrey and the Mask is a bit scary for Enid, I think. Kamara in, Potts out for Pompey, a 3rd sub. And a throw in the right back area, which Pack, who's got massive throw, hasn't he? He's going to hurl that down the line. Honed under the goat. Neil Warnock over at Cardiff. Were Pack and Warnock at Cardiff at the same time? They must have been. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. They must have been, mustn't they? Trading Places. Is that Eddie Murphy? Bloody love Eddie Murphy 80s movies. Oh, Harness into the box. Harness. Oh, it is 4-0. Harness with a great dribble. And Marlon Pack puts through his own net. We wondered whether Derby were just going to sit back and defend their lead. They kind of have done that, but they have broken away. Marcus Harness into the box and grabbed a 4th goal. And it is an own goal from the experienced Marlon Pack. Derby 4, Pompey 0. It's brutal for Pompey, 4-0. Oh dear, bad to worse. Harness does well, but it's a really powder puff tackle. Who is it who goes in? Is it McIntyre? A dreadful bit of defending there. He just walks right through Tom McIntyre. Harness, look at that. What is he doing? I mean, it's nice feet, but if you're going to commit in the box like that, you have to take the ball or just stand up. Pack running back towards his goal, sticks it into his own net. Oh, dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Caden Jackson and Callum Elder in for Nathaniel Mendes-Lang and Marcus Harness coming on at 4-0 up. Nice work if you can get it. What a win this is looking like for Derby County. They are 4-0 up. Goodness me. Long way back for the travelling fans. Pompey fans might as well head home now. Phil Soap. Yeah, fair enough. Get on the road. Love the goal music. Thank you. Sorry for my language. What a disgrace. I didn't see the swear, Katie. I'll scroll up to see it. Got a feel for the Pompey fans. Yeah, not good. I did not predict. What did I predict with Sam? Does anyone remember? I think they probably went 1-1. Did I go 1-1? Goodness me. Derby 4, Portsmouth 0. Harness offers so much. He's a quality player. Quality player promoted automatically out of the Championship last year with the miraculous Ipswich Town automatic promotion. $67 gone. Camera in on the Pompey fans, who are a lot of them arms folded. John Massinio the same on the touchline. Set play goes in long for Derby, who really smell blood here. Can they get goal number 5? Elder for safe. It's back to Zetterstrom. Cleared away and knocked out a play by Andre Dezel. Throwing down the right, and I'd imagine this will take on the form of a friendly game now that it's gone to 4, where both sides would happily shake hands with 4-0, wouldn't they? When it's 3, there's always that little sense that if the team 3-0 down scores the next goal, something might happen. When it's 4, it kind of all just vanishes, that intensity. And the side 4-0 up will be happy with just a clean sheet, you know, shake hands on that. And Portsmouth might be happy to just get out of dodge at 4-0 at the moment. Okay, this is what I said. Apparently, I said 1-1. I'm quite far out with that. And I also said I don't see Derby losing. Well, I'm right about that. Ho-hum. Do I play Fantasy Premier League? I don't, George. No. I used to go through stages of entering a team. We had a league through the channel as well, but I was so terrible at it. You tell me in the chat, if you play Fantasy League, how much time per week do you have to put into planning out your transfers and your substitutions? Because it feels like you need to spend at least an hour and a half a week on your team. And I can't justify that. I'm either working or I'm being a parent. 5 minutes. Deary me. Okay, 40 seconds, 20 minutes, 2 minutes. Oh, I can't spend 2 minutes on something. There you go. Thank you. More honest, Marlon. 45 minutes a week. I remember Brum being 4-1 at home to Swindon. Hoddle came on and we lost 6-4. Guys, if you ever want to see anything miraculous in football, look at Glenn Hoddle playing sweeper for Swindon and then getting promoted into the Premier League. I'm trying to think of imagine Pirlo, aged like 33 or something, going and playing in the Championship. It's the kind of like that and just taking the Michael and no one being anywhere near him. Here comes Elder for Derby into the box. It's on to Jackson, drives it goalwards over the crossbar. Decent enough opening that. Just leave Salah at captain. Well, there you go. I remember a Miller's game, 3-0 down. There was an Ipswich game like that at Barnsley. Someone look it up for me. It's like in 1996 or 5 or something. Ipswich are 3-0 down against Barnsley with like 5 minutes to go and draw 3-3. I'm going to guess at 1995. Fancy my boys to get a result tomorrow. It's difficult. I'm behind the boys, but it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. If you do as many Premier League games as watch along, I don't need a fair comment, yeah. Here come Derby again down the left. Elder's got forward well since he's come on, given a good bit of energy down that left-hand side. It's a clever sub by Warren if you think about it. Just get the fullbacks powering forward, peg Portsmouth back. They're going to be low on confidence, being 4-0 down, as you would imagine. That Wolves game has got 0-0 written all over it. The problem with Ipswich and promoted teams in the Premier League is draws aren't really that much help. When you win 1 in 15, need to win some games, don't you, man? Hamza, you're assuming I would have picked the right players in the first place, which I wouldn't have. I'm just going to tap out of Fantasy League. That ship has sailed for me, I think. Throw in for Derby. I think the ship has sailed for Portsmouth in this game. We are less than 20 to go, and they are 4-0 down. Wilson, who opened the scoring many minutes ago, feels a long time ago, 4 goals ago. Well, it was 4 goals ago before he scored, before anyone pedantically points that out in the comments. You know what I meant. Osborne, lovely one in the channel. Bet he didn't mean to put that exactly there. It's a brilliant pass, though. And Yates didn't mean to put it right through into Schmidt's hands. Guys, last shout out on this stream. We've had some great support with super chats. We really do need your help. Until I get 500,000 subscribers, it's not easy to make money on here. So we really do appreciate all of your support. You can support the channel merely by interacting, which a lot of you do absolutely brilliantly. I know some people just sit and watch and don't comment. That's fine. If you can comment and like and all of that good stuff, that really helps out. But if you can donate via either super chat, super sticker, or you can join up as a YouTube member. I would recommend YouTube over Patreon, I have to say, because you do get the extra perk on YouTube of the early access to videos. You will also get to join our wonderful WhatsApp group and our roundtable chats once a month. Need to fit one of them in during December. So, yeah, please do support the channel if you can. And thank you to everybody who has done so. Throwing Pompey down the left. Kept in, cleared up the line. And they're trying to get Jackson away again. I think it was Swanson who'd... They brought Lane in, and I didn't notice a substitution here, Pompey. Am I seeing a number 32 and Paddy Lane? God, my eyesight needs improvement. Did Paddy Lane come on? I think I can see him. 1996, there you go. Who were the goal scorers, Liam? Simon Milton, probably. Actually, Simon Milton had a bit of a health scare, the ex-Ipswich legend. He's not an ex-Ipswich legend. He is an Ipswich legend. At the previous game against... who did Ipswich play last? Portman Road. Can't even remember. Bournemouth. So, yeah, I wish him well. Brendan, Lane replaced Josh Murphy. Thank you. I didn't notice. I'll take that. Please beat Wolves. Yeah. Adams and Yates out. Thompson and Collins in. I think someone in the chat was saying Thompson unlucky not to start. He's been playing well. Yoza, unhappy. Portsmouth fan by the sounds of it. Schmidt knocks the goal kick forward long. And I suspect everyone of a Portsmouth persuasion here just wants to get this done with and get home and on to the next game. It's not been a good night. Maybe they can grab a goal before they go, but not looking likely. Or they might be about to concede another one. It's given away. Here's Jackson. Jackson knocks it on. Thompson, little dink into the back post. Oh, it's a dive-in header from James Collins. If he made contact with that, I'm not quite sure how he hasn't scored there. Collins, the former Luton. Who else did he used to play for? Collins, can't remember. Was it Cardiff, Collins? I can't remember. Oh, he should score that, shouldn't he? He's about 2 yards from goal there. Just loses the flight of the ball at the last second, doesn't he? There you go. Ian Marshall. What a player, by the way. Ian Marshall. What do I think of Plymouth hiring Mike Phelan? Sounds smart, doesn't it? Yeah, get that knowledge in there. Help Wazza out. Here's a coffee. Thank you, Mark. Very, very kind indeed. Mine is a black Americano. In fact, thank you to Mark. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Mark. I am going to go to Toddington Services. I've got to drive to Ashford, I think, in Kent tomorrow for a gig. And I'm going to buy a coffee from Toddington on you, Mark. That's very, very kind. Thank you very much, matey. Oh, could mine into the box. He could have got a penalty then. He's crossed it in low. Oh, my God. This is going to go 5-0, isn't it? Derby are really on top here. Wilson knocks it down the line. Could mine. Oh, he's beating his man again. Could mine. Oh, how is it not 5-0? Portsmouth, what are you doing, man? Oh, dearie me. Goodmine could have definitely won a penalty in this first instance here. Look. He just dives in. Now, I never want to dig out a player, but that's another awful tackle by McIntyre, who got completely walked through by Harness for the fourth goal. He's not a bad defender, McIntyre, but heads have gone now for Pompey. They are not on this pitch anymore, and they've got to be careful it doesn't go 5-6-0 here, or 8. Feels like they're playing against 10. Agree with both of you guys in the chat there. Derby can definitely get goals 5 and 6 here. They are all over Portsmouth at the moment. Pompey need to get a grip here in this game and calm it down. It's far too loose. McIntyre on the ball. Again, I don't want to dig out players. They know better than me that they've made a cock up, but the same one twice in the penalty box. First one led to a goal. That one really should have led to a goal as well, shouldn't it? Really poor from Pompey at the back there. Given away and Zetterstrom clears. Is that staying in? Yes. McIntyre sticks his foot through it. Bet the Pompey players. Well, exactly. That's what happens, Jay, when the confidence goes. The legs get heavier, don't they? Damage limitation. You just get out of dodge now. At the start of the second half at 3-0, Pompey started all right, didn't they? You think, come on, score the next goal and see where it takes it. But since the subs, since Jackson and Elder came in, which was at 4-0 to be fair, it's gone pretty loose, hasn't it? World Cup qualifier group, Serbia, Albania, Latvia and Andorra. That'll put bums on seats. Free kick, Derby. Gone short, out to Osborne, crosses in left-footed. Headed goalwards by Nelson. Easy gather for the keeper. Dave, you shouldn't have. You're absolute legend. A coffee for the way back. There you go. So big thanks to Mark and Dave. That's a coffee on the way to Ashford in Kent. 2 hours, it said. I bet it's more than 2 hours tomorrow. Keep warm. It's a cold one. And a 9-point week for QPR. Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it? 9-point week. You take that anytime. Bit of a surprising 9-point week as well. Thank you so much, Dave and Mark, for the coffee donations for my time on the road tomorrow. Very kind of you. I will make sure those coffees are purchased in your name, guys. Thank you, everybody who's super chatted. Steve went a bit crazy with a few, didn't he? We had one from Lee. We had one from Dan as well, and Mark and Dave there on the coffee run for me tomorrow. Oh, God, there go the Gary boys again. Wilson puts the cross in from the right. Blocked out. Camera picks it up. If you'd mind. Phillips to Nelson. To Osborne. Legend, JJ. I'll get the biscuits in for the coffee. What are those things that you can get at the coffee shop that have got like caramel and wafer? Those things are bloody lovely, aren't they? Like Belgian stuffs. Thank you very, very much, Jay. Very kind indeed. £2 on the super chat. Brilliant support tonight. That looks like a yellow card, doesn't it? Oh dear. McIntyre has had a horrible 15 minutes or so at the back, hasn't he? Just completely took Caden Jackson out. Mistake for the 4th goal. Mistake that should have been a 5th goal as well. Stroopwafel, is that right? Is Steve winding me up, guys? Stroopwafel. That sounds very German or Belgian. I want one now. Favorite biscuit. I'm a sucker for a custard cream, I've got to say. Stop talking about food, you lot. I'm going to go and eat something I shouldn't do just before bed. Free kick, Derby inside their own half, but it's going forward from Osborne to the edge of the box, flicked on by Nelson, who wins so much in the air. It's going to fall for Jackson, is it? Jackson hits the shot straight at Schmidt. Easy save. Garibaldi. Custards or bourbons. Get your biscuit shouts in, guys. A lovely, varied set of topics for concentration here. Callum, Blackpool fan. Can we beat Reading tomorrow? I'm there. Oh, I've got Reading as favourites in that one. But, yeah, manager's just gone from Reading, hasn't he? Ruben Sellers, Noel Hunt in charge. At the, is it still called the Select Car Leasing Stadium? I don't know what the Reading Stadium's called anymore. These bloody sponsorships. Okay, it's Dutch. Stroopwafel. I love it. What about Forest? Forest are excellent, aren't they? Oh, you're not asking me. Sorry. I'll tell you anyway. What are Forest? Sixth or fifth? Fifth or sixth? Switch of play. Wilson. He's had a good game, hasn't he? Start getting your thoughts together for man of the match. I guess Wilson's going to be up there to right back, isn't he? Adams, maybe, central midfield. I think Cashin had stayed on the pitch. He got a goal and was doing well. Feels like I'm just going through the goal scorers. Biscuit Wars. The only war worth fighting, hey? Restart here for Pompey and Schmidt. Goes long. Nelson again in the air wins it. Poked out. It's going to be a throw in to Pompey down on the left wing. Thrown into Sadie, who holds it up well again. Second time this half he's done that. Sadie's still got it. Swanson crosses left-footed. Big header out by Nelson. I'm going to give Nelson the man of the match in a minute for winning about 18 headers in a row in this half. Kudmine crosses in. McIntyre half heads it clear. Kamara sweeps up. Don't play it there. Oh, Jackson's left it. There's no way that's going in the net. Oh, my God. Oh, imagine being a Portsmouth fan tonight. That would have been the most embarrassing goal. Schmidt clears it off the line. Oh, dear. It was a back pass that was rubbish. Jackson ran in, then the keeper missed the back pass, and he's backpedaling onto the goal line. Sweeps it away. My God. What a horrible performance from Portsmouth here. They've lost their heads since it went 4-0. That sounds ridiculous. I will give them some kind of pass because Derby scored their first 3 shots, but oh, dearie me. Any plans to go and see Ipswich, George? Hopefully I should be at the Newcastle game, which is next week, but I should have been at the Man United game and I should have been at the Palace game. And I couldn't make either of them. So there you go. Wowzers, that sums up Portsmouth's night. Yeah, it certainly sums up the last 20 minutes of this game. They've not been good at 4-0. They've kind of lost their heads, haven't they, a little bit, Pompey? Understandable, but yeah, you just need to get on the bus, get home, get into the next game. They've been in really good form, Portsmouth. Scored 8 points in 4 games, haven't they? Nelson holds that up and wins the free kick. Right, look, let's do man of the match now. I'm going for it. I'm going for Nelson, man of the match, just for purely head it, kick it for the last 15 minutes. Let us know who your man of the match shouts are. Saw the replay. Schmidt comfortably kept that out, actually. The problem was the hard cam is behind him, so we couldn't quite see whether the ball was close to crossing the line or not. Wilson, yeah, Wilson's a fair shout. Aussie, I assume that's Osborne. Mendes, yeah, they're all good shouts, guys. Could be any number of Derby players, couldn't it? No more ground hopping this year, Ian. Marlon Pack hasn't been that bad. The own goal was not good, though, was it? Not fun. 4 minutes. Minimum stoppage time will be added on to this game. Did the keeper handle a back pass, though? That's a fair point, isn't it? I don't know, actually. Did Jackson touch it? I don't think he did. That might have been a handball, yeah. I'd need to reread the laws. I don't know whether they've put anything in about a player challenging for the ball, but It's a good question, that. Who asked that? Trent. Someone get on the IFAB website. Is there any wording in there about, because I know on the offside, if someone challenges for the ball, it makes a difference. Does it make a difference on a handball, on a back pass? I don't know if they've written anything in there. They don't do red cards though, do they? Because really, if you handle a back pass, it should be a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity, shouldn't it? But you tell me. No one predicted this. Did anyone have 4-0? Surely no one had 4-0. Not even the most biased Derby fan had a 4-0. I'm not having it. Very unusual to see a handled back pass get punished. Yeah, you don't see many of them, do you? Fair comment. We're into stoppage time, guys. 4-0. Game's all over. Can we get a few more likes before we go? Let me just look up the running total. We are on. We're on 95, guys. Come on. I need 5 likes. 5. Get them in there. Let's get us over 100. It's gone up to 97 as soon as I've said that. Come on. There's got to be 3 more people who haven't liked the stream. Get us up to that round 100. Refereeing oversight there. Well, to be fair, I kind of forgot it was a back pass when it was trickling towards the goal. I wondered whether Jackson had touched it, but no, I knew he hadn't. Just slipped my mind. The camera is on Ibu Adams, so I'm assuming he's man of the match. We've just gone over the 100 likes. Thank you, everybody. Brilliant, brilliant support. Best football channel. Thank you, Ray Vanderloo. Hang on a minute. Did the Adams goal go in off McIntyre? He has had a horrible game, bless him. I hope he has a great run of performances now. McIntyre has had a really hapless night, bless him, hasn't he? Legend Mark, thank you for the coffee donation tomorrow. Greatly appreciated. We are closing in on the end of this one. Ogilvy's down, but I'm sure referee Langford won't be bothered about playing, adding on the stoppage time to stoppage time. Get it done. We all know where the 3 points are going at 4-0 up. Warney and Massinio just having a chat together. Ryan, best stream, even though you do support the Blue. Well, thank you very, very much, Ryan. Very kind of you to say. Brilliant support here tonight, guys. Must thank you. Can't thank you enough. Ogilvy's holding his head. I assume he's just going to finish early. Or is that Towler coming on? Is he going to play literally 5 seconds of this game? Get that appearance bonus in, lad, before Christmas. You and the family. Take the cash. I think he is coming in. Although we've played over the minimum stoppage time. They're all just discussing whether they can just finish the game or whether we need to make a substitution. Does seem a bit silly, past the 4-minute stoppage time with a head injury. Can we not just stop the game now? I guess by the letter of the law, we have to add another minute on. Ibu Adams, man of the match. Entertaining again. A meal from Alf there. Have fun at the football, everyone, this weekend. Yes, indeed. Pompey on the attack, actually, to finish this game off. Kamara. Swanson. Dazelle crosses in, and that is going out. Peaches, you absolute legend. Thank you for the super chat, which is going to round out our stream because the final whistle has just gone. We are all done with this one. Great stream, one of the best football channels. Thank you so, so much. Peaches, thank you for everyone's support tonight. Let's give our support to the Portsmouth fans who are going to need it after a 4-0 hammering here tonight. Derby 4, Portsmouth 0. Pompey cruising in a Christmas cracker for Derby tonight. 4-0. They started the game well, good intensity, and they scored with their first 3 attempts at goal, didn't they? All flying in the net. Wilson arriving from Mendes-Lang's cross from the left-hand side, sticks it in through the keeper's leg. Cashin, towering header on 23, bounces up and over Callum Lang on the goal line. Adams trickles in off the unfortunate Tom McIntyre, who is then easily skinned by Marcus Harness before Marlon Pack sticks the ball into his own net. It got really loose. It could have gone 5-0, could have gone 6-0 to Derby at the end. It's a great performance by Derby County. They win 4-0 tonight and they move on up to 14th in the Championship table. 4 points in 2 games. Great way to end the week with a draw at Burnley and a win here in this home game. Pompey are outside of the bottom 3, but could be overtaken by any of the sides in there, Cardiff, Plymouth and Hull. But remember, sides in the bottom 3 are down there because they don't score many points and they don't win many games, although a couple of them only, in fact, all 3 of them, 2 of them only need a draw, Cardiff and Plymouth, to overtake tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. Great win for Derby. Derby 4, Pompey 0. I will be back with hot takes Sunday morning. I'll be on the Blue Monday podcast on Sunday night. Hopefully Ipswich have not lost the game. Sam Parkin will be back, I think, on Tuesday. We might be back with Matt SB on Monday. We might have a little shuffle because of availabilities and whatnots this weekend. I'm going to be at a Sportsman podcast as well on Monday for those of you who watch that. Busy. Keep up the great support. Great win for Derby. I'll put your nice thank you comments up over the countdown to end the stream. And we will see you all very soon. Congratulations, Derby. An impressive 4-0 win over Portsmouth to end a 3-game week. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you very soon.